Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast. You can't see the forest for the trees. Join myself, James, and Paul as we say goodbye to the football for this season, put it all to bed. There's even a quiz just to round things up and see who won the season. So here we go. This is Cookiecast presents You Can't See the Forest for the Trees.
Like Little Mix or something new, wasn't
it? I was going to say it wasn't as if it was like something that you should have even known. No, it was so weird. Covered in piss.
He was on it. He was on the fun last week.
But yeah, that was the. I even said to keep the day after. It was like streak came to an end last night.
Didn't win.
I honestly think that's the first time we've done a quiz in over 6 months.
We haven't won.
But we haven't won it. Absolutely.
I'm second in the music quiz last week.
So we've only got £15 spent. I need to work out the dates and see if that voucher's still valid.
How has this happened? Didn't think it was a thing.
Because Tickle Mr. Pickle beat us, didn't they?
Did they beat? How many points did they beat us by?
I don't know. But I mean, that'll be a name that you'll recognise. They've been going for a long time.
I don't know to alarm you, but apparently James thinks they won by 4 points. Which would mean that my
Dizzy Rascal call.
My Dizzy Rascal call cost us the quiz.
We went.
I don't know that for definite.
We went for some bold decisions in the final round.
I was straight there thinking, yeah, boy, fuck. And I knew as soon as I'd done it, I was like, fuck.
He went Dizzy Rascal. Everyone else went Professor Green.
Classic Professor Green, innit? Cant.
Well, I can't remember what the actual number was, but Phil did say, because he obviously sees the leaderboard, that throughout the whole round we were like
going
past each other and stuff on like bonus points.
On more than one occasion, he had fast tracks.
Three times fast track.
Was it? I thought it was 2. But he said there was prizes to give away with each fast track.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
and it was clocks that they'd found behind the bar. So
this kid who was playing on his own, like quizzing on my own.
We've got the fastest person, and it is a fast track. So obviously he played it, and then he just took this huge clock.
When we say huge, I'm talking about
good size,
like a foot and a half.
It would be
a clock,
big time. He is putting an L in that word, just so we're clear.
Clock.
And then another. I don't know if it was the same round or it was the next round.
Probably the next round because it was a 5-rounder, wasn't it?
Yeah, he threw in an extra round.
That extra round was tough. And
it dawned on me halfway through. Oh yeah, he probably had to do this because it got to like round 4, and it was like 10 past 10. So it was like, this is going to end quick if you don't put another round in. And then the second fast track was the guy playing on his own behind the bar, and he won a clock.
Smaller clock.
He'd found behind the bar. So it was basically a case of, we're going to try and give these clocks away. Oh, for fuck's sake. So.
Oh, dear.
And then 30-point question went somewhere, but they got so close to the actual. So it was. Alright, I'll give you the question.
Can you remember? I can't remember it.
In seconds, how long is Bohemian Rhapsody? That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, that's what we went for.
No, it was shorter than that.
I thought it was because we went for that. We went for
420 seconds.
Keep going. There was some people that were like out by like 13 seconds or something ridiculous like that.
No, we went for. We thought it was going to be 7 minutes long.
Well, I thought it was going to be 7 minutes.
So we went at 4:20.
I thought it was like 7.
It turned out to be 5 minutes 15 or whatever that works out to be.
Really?
But they got within about 10 seconds of it or something or like that. It was short. I thought it was quite a long song. But I suppose 5 minutes is still a fairly long song for like a.
Well, the average for most songs is what, about 3.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Between 3 and 4 minutes per song. And I always thought it was at least double the length of an average song.
I always thought it was about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a bit short. Just a bit of intro there, yeah.
Welcome to Minute Cast.
So we failed that. But that didn't impact the result.
Yeah, it wasn't the team that finished first that got the 30-pointer, so it was a case of if I hadn't fucked it up, potentially, we would have won. Kept the streak alive.
It's nice to let them have a chance.
So yeah, I'll put my own personal streak on the line tomorrow.
Yeah. Tim says he'll find out what
it's a no-go.
Time Amy's coming.
It's a no-go from Tim.
Hell no.
It's never happening.
I'd say he's been to about half of them.
I'd definitely take the under on that. He came to the original one, which I'm almost certain I was never paid for.
What do you mean?
Really?
I'm still not giving you that.
It was a £5 and it was over a year ago, so I wouldn't worry about it. I probably had a beer out of you at some point, so I don't think it's probably...
I mean, obviously with compound interest.
It's probably worth about 50 grand.
90 grand.
But it's okay, because he can definitely cover that, as we've discussed, so...
Pay cut, mate.
Bullshit!
Well, it will be. It's all those extra hours that he's getting paid for.
Yeah, they just cease to exist.
Obviously that means you'll stop doing them.
This is probably
probably
the ploy.
I don't think we have to guess what the. I don't think we have to guess what YouTube we're going to choose as the thumbnail for next week.
I've been really.
It depends if Andy gets his cock out before the end of the podcast.
Do it now if you like. Won't see it on camera, will we?
So even though we're at minute 6, does anyone want to do the introduction? Or?
I've been really unlucky with thumbnails recently because like the one I've been putting pictures in, and like every time it's like, here's the thumbnail with pictures. Like you can't have that as the opening thumbnail for the podcast.
So does YouTube?
I'll get sued.
Does YouTube just pick it? And is that random, or is there someone like that's someone's job? Like pick the most inappropriate.
There's an algorithm for the most.
Excuse me.
The thing that's there the most will get bumped up. So for like the football one, I think I do about 8% of camera time on the football one, whereas you guys are on it 90%.
But it always seems to capture someone going like.
So there's the thumbnail. Paul masturbating.
So you haven't done the introduction for a while.
The last one.
The very last one.
Wow.
End of season finale.
Ever.
Not ever.
For now.
For 3 months. 2 months. Possibly not even that long. The first... Well, bear in mind...
When does the Europa League qualification start?
It's not about that, is it? There's a pre-season game for us to go to.
Oh, there is.
Anyway, you do the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I invite you to join me,
D-Generation X. Probably to you.
Paul Williams and James Panas, as we settle into the last, for this season, episode of You Can't See the Forest for the Tees. Episode 20.
He's gone on street there because he was going for teas, but it definitely looked like he was dabbing them as well.
There'll be absolutely no dabbing on this podcast.
Not there anymore. Yeah. Go on then. Do you want to go straight in with the next time we might do a podcast?
So, after today, the next football-based podcast, unless something massive happens, I don't know,
we'll talk later.
Touch wood, a death or something like that for someone major.
It might be worth just checking in because there was a lot of pundits and news outlets seem to think that this is going to be quite a busy transfer window.
Yeah, that's true.
Compared to previous ones. So, might be worth checking in if there's a few.
Oh, it already sounded pretty lively.
So,
we'll
technically, in 5 weeks' time,
wow,
York City have a pre-season friendly against Hartlepool United.
The Monkey Hangers themselves.
That was our team name last week.
Arctic Monkey Hangers.
The Arctic Monkey Hangers. So podcast on tour. We could even do it live from the ground with sound bites and everything.
Yeah.
That won't be copyright infringement at all.
Well, by the time it goes live, it'll be...
So technically, none of us are Pools fans. I kind of am. So it'll be 3 neutrals and John Williams. But I'd go on a limb and say potentially we're more Pools fans than York fans.
We could round up all the York fans from the office.
Why would we do that?
Don't know. That'd be fun.
I don't want to be conversing with those sweaty bastards.
Alright.
Especially when it's Pools in town. Coming to turn you over. Yeah, boy. Probably not. So that our next one, in theory, will be 6 weeks from now, because we'll have to obviously break down the York Pools game. But
it's exciting.
We gathered here today.
Close the
chapter on the 2018-2019 season.
As England finished on a high of 3rd place in a major tournament.
So major, it only had 4 teams and 4 games. And they even did a team of the tournament, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just
Ronaldo,
Portugal,
and Van Dijk? Apparently, Pickford got in the Pickford was in there as the keeper, apparently.
Yeah, because he scored a
penalty. He scored a penalty. Unbelievable. So since we were here last week, obviously Portugal had qualified already, and we were obviously going in majorly confident that England were going to progress
and then beat Portugal
in the final.
I mean, I didn't say that, but yeah.
Neither one of those things happened.
No, it did not.
Sadly, England succumbed to the mighty Netherlands.
They weren't really mighty though.
They weren't. It was all England's downfall.
Harry Kane's?
No. He maintains that they only lost after Harry Kane came on the pitch.
When Rashford departed and Kane came on, 1-0 to England.
However, the game finished in 90 minutes.
1-1.
England won. Netherlands won. Do you want to know who the England goal scorer was?
Was it Rashford?
Might have been Marcus Rashford, yeah. That's already...
Blame you for this, James.
3 points.
I think it's already, you've won the championship.
That's already 3 points. It absolutely is.
He hasn't won the championship. I can tell you that for fucking nothing.
It is 3 points, though.
2 there, 1 there, 3 points.
The Netherlands goal was sadly not scored by Memphis Depay. I'm saying the one. There were 3 Netherlands.
Yeah, but
goals.
the other 2 don't count for prediction.
They do not. I can't remember who scored them. Couldn't tell you their names to save my life.
The first one?
De Ligt got the first.
Yeah.
Don't know who
that was the
second.
header, wasn't it?
Yeah. Great header. Couldn't tell you who scored the second. Couldn't tell you who scored the third.
Yeah, we were probably in mid
We were balls deep in a quiz at that point.
It doesn't matter, honestly.
Makes absolutely no difference to the scores. So
0s across the board for everyone else by the looks of things.
Did Depay get one?
Nope. I don't know if it was the...
Walker own goal was the second one. That's harsh, to be fair.
It was harsh. But then again, that's what happens when John Stone starts fucking about with it on his own box.
So, to answer the question, from the season, which is this book...
Oh, I didn't mean the season. When I said Paul's won the championship, I meant the international games that were on at the weekend.
Paul wins 3 weeks.
Inclusive of this week?
Yeah. James...
You shithouse.
4.
Oh, alright then.
This guy...
Oh dear.
6.
How's that happened?
So, yeah, that's me.
That's that. So we'll just quickly... So obviously we predicted some results for the final which absolutely didn't happen. So The third fourth playoff game
was a stunning
0-0 draw between England and Switzerland.
Switzerland.
However, England scored 6 out of 6 penalties.
Jordan Pickford scored and saved a penalty as England beat Switzerland in a shootout to claim third place in the Nations League.
So when I was watching it, I could not believe when all the penalty takers are coming up. And I was thinking, Dyer's going to be the 5th penalty taker as
he was in the World Cup
against Colombia. And then no one steps forward. Pickford arrives from the side. Pickford's taking a penalty. I think they need to brace themselves and in the Rosette here because I thought he's absolutely just going to just
smash
it. And he, it went in with some venom, but it was a great penalty. I wonder whether they've just been, in training, practicing the pens or something, and maybe he's like, Butland's been knocking a few at him, he's been knocking some at Butland, and they've just gone, tell you what, he's alright here.
Yeah, maybe. You never know, you never can tell.
But then Dyer came up and scored, the
decisive 6th penalty.
Yeah. It wasn't the winning penalty as such because we had to wait until he'd saved. So Pickford still got the headline.
Did they celebrate afterwards?
Not really as a team. Pickford did.
Did he?
Yeah, he turned around to the crowd and he's giving it all that. But he's just scored a pen and then he saved one.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, fair enough. You're a bit pumped.
Good lad, yeah.
A bit pumped up.
So, yeah, that was that.
So sadly we don't have any scores to go through for the...
We do not, because we cannot talk about Portugal versus England.
We cannot.
And the final... I didn't watch the final, I watched the Grand Prix instead.
Oh dear God. And it's either game without shopping.
This is terrible when we've come to review the week in football and we didn't watch the game.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So that's what happens when it's on Sky and you've let your Sky subscription lapse.
Can you... Then you're going to get another one. Oh.
Amy's dad apparently has Sky Go. Well, he's got Sky, so we can have his Sky Go, apparently. Or so I'm told.
Can't cast, though, can you, Sky Go?
No.
So it's not on the TV?
It's not on the TV. Oh, no!
Put it on a tablet.
No, hang on. I think I can get it on my PS3. So I can surreptitiously run it through the old TV.
That's right, then. But it was 1-0 to Portugal.
Guedes scored the goal. So
no, I'm pretty sure anyone probably just said Ronaldo was going to score anyway.
Also, no, Bernardo Silva. Couldn't tell you who Guedes is, who he plays for, anything like that. So
I'd like to think he dribbled past Van Dijk, but he probably didn't.
No one dribbles past Van Dijk. It's just not the way it goes,
that
man.
stat I was showing you seems to just keep reoccurring and reoccurring. On the
You want a stat?
momentum.
You want a stat, my friend? This is a stat. Just bear with me as I pull it up and get the stat. Since Cristiano Ronaldo's departure 10 years ago...
Oh, hang on. Is it going to be this that I got from Mr. Lacey last night?
Since Cristiano Ronaldo's departure 10 years ago, Man United's number 7s have scored just 15 Premier League goals.
Wow.
To make this stat feel a little worse, Ronaldo, on his own, has 332 league goals since that time.
Yeah. I've got a sub-stat here as well.
Jeez.
The combined cost of those players wearing those number 7 shirts was 130 million.
I was going to say it's over.
Almost.
So you've got Michael Owen was a free.
Well, I missed Owen, so because it says almost £10 million per goal.
So you've got Owen as a free.
Well, that's the 3 I get.
Sanchez as a free. Valencia, technically they paid for, but he was already at the club. Then
It's
changed
those
his
two.
number.
It's those two other big boys.
Di Maria, who cost him like 60 million, and Memphis Depay.
I missed it. I've forgotten about the pie.
Yeah. Disappointing. Very disappointing.
So yeah, you're not the first one to tell me that stat.
There you go. That's this week of football.
Um,
Not a great deal. Middlesbrough.
Do you want to just do a little bit?
Still not appointed a manager.
Well, I heard last night that he was at the ground for a second time.
So apparently Woodgate is imminent, but not confirmed yet.
I'd read last night that Woodgate had a second chat with Gibson or something.
Yeah.
And I think they were saying he was going to be in it today.
The rumours.
They've already had, I think Gibson's already approved the assistant or coach. It's an old coach that
the old goalkeeping coach that was there under not McLaren, Karanka.
Yeah, but there's going to be. Is it one of the coaches or assistants that McLaren used?
Steve Round.
And is he the one that's been at Villa most recently?
So apparently he'd be coming in as assistant.
Yeah.
Also a coach that we mentioned.
I read it as well because I know there was 4 names I was reading about last night.
He might do a little forward roll first and then just start shooting off his guns.
Oh wait, no, that's not what I read. You mean Keane?
Robbie Keane.
Oh right, no, that's not the one I read.
So Robbie Keane is currently the assistant manager at the Republic of Ireland. So I imagine he will keep that role and just take on
Republic of Ireland replaced one assistant manager called Keane with another assistant manager called Keane.
Correct.
Snazzy.
It's not bad, is it? But
they just gave him the same kit because it's RK in it.
Yeah, you might as well. Bear in mind though, you've got the when they appointed Mick McCarthy to take over the job again, they already appointed his successor. I mean, it's the guy who was running the 21s, I think.
Oh, so it's like an interim just for this championship.
So McCarthy's got him to take him through to hopefully the Euros.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's managing the under-21s will take over after the Euros, apparently.
Right.
So, watch your space.
Yeah.
In theory, Jonathan Woodgate will be announced as the new Middlesbrough manager within the next 48 hours.
That's not awful, is it?
It's not, but it doesn't... It's not a terrible appointment, but it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence.
What they're saying is, though, Gibson's got a history of appointing playing heroes and giving them their first shot in management, like Robson's first management.
No offence. Jonathan Woodgate was never actually he's never really could be classed as a Borough legend.
No,
to be honest with you.
But he's come from there, and he is
Southgate.
He is.
Yeah, he was a
world class player.
Yeah, well, you can't argue against that. Southgate's obviously the big one because he actually played for the club. But they said Brian Robson, but
Robson wasn't a Borough player, was he?
He was signed as the player manager, so he played a few games.
But prior to being the manager, had he ever played for Borough?
No,
I didn't think so.
No, he didn't. So
where was he before Brom then? Because he's a north-east boy, isn't he?
I think he just signed. He must have signed for West Brom as a kid.
And he's come through them and then moved.
Yeah, because he was from Chesterley Street in Dublin. Right. Signed for West Brom as a youth, and then Man United signed him from West Brom, and then we obviously got him.
That was a big coup to get because he's like a legendary player.
At the time, we wouldn't have signed Juninho, we wouldn't have signed Ravanelli, we wouldn't have signed Emerson, we wouldn't have signed any of those players if Robson wasn't there. Because players wanted to come to play for Brian Robson because of the gravitas that his name carried and stuff like that. So yeah, without Robson, there's no way we would have signed the players we signed. So, and he did alright. He got us to 3 cup finals, lost them all, but got us there. Got us relegated, but equally got us promoted twice. So, yeah, good manager.
So that's your Borough news.
Loved a beer.
Yeah.
Saw him in the airport once. Just dawned on me, we were in the Manchester airport waiting to go to Berlin on one of the many stag do's.
This isn't like when someone says in January just seen Messi at John Lennon Airport.
No, this was we were actually waiting, and we were in the departure lounge, and he was sat at a bar having a tonic water, I think. Don't think there was any gin in it.
I've had a little upset tummy.
Maybe just settle his stomach down.
And
then people were saying, "Why don't you go over and just get a picture?" And I was like, "I never know." I'm terrible with famous people because I never know what to say. I know he's not famous because he was basically a pools player. Did you not
see a picture with Guy the other night?
Oh yeah, when we were at the quiz, Guy Mowbray was at the pub watching the football, and he was like, "Is this one of those rare occasions where you're listening to the commentary of a game, thinking, hang on, The guy who sat to my left could probably do a better job than the guy who's commenting currently. It's like, go tell him that can be your in. And I'm like, yeah, actually Martin Tyler's a really nice bloke, so fuck you.
Sling your hook.
Something like that. Yeah, there was a guy who used to play for Pools called Gary Liddell. And I was in town, walking past the station one day with my mate Rob. And Pools had played the night before, and me and my dad had been at the game, and he'd had an absolute barnstormer. He had a shot in the last minute that just went wide, and would have been an absolute perler if he'd have scored it. I knew it was him, knew exactly his name and stuff like that. Still went up to him and said, "Excuse me, are you Gary Liddell?" He was like, yeah, I am. Yeah. And his mate just chimed it with, "He'll sign your arse if you like." I was just like, "Nah, I'm alright, mate." And I just basically said to him, "Oh yeah, we were at the game last night and we thought that 1 minute in the last minute was in." He was like, "Yeah, it was a good game." And I was like, "Yeah, well, that's bad." Okay, see ya.
See ya. Good chat.
I just don't know how to I don't know how to talk to famous people. It's weird.
Well, maybe when you become famous on the internet.
Well, I mean, I'm already a famous person myself, aren't I? So you know, all those millions of tens of downloads, so that.
You ahead of the curve.
What
did I hear on the news last night? That they've.
I don't know what you heard on the news last night.
They've confirmed that Messi officially was the world's highest paid sports star last year.
But we already knew this. As did you guys.
But lower than what we thought though. I think it was 96 million.
And that's higher than what?
No, I think we had him at 200. But
this might be. He wasn't
wages.
the highest paid sports star. He was the highest paid footballer. Because Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Money.
Floyd Cash Mayweather.
96 mil for a year.
It's not a bad. It's not a bad yearly wage package.
I don't know if that's pre or post tax, but probably the same number for it.
We'll make a difference, wouldn't it? Because you know old Lionel.
One thing he loves not doing.
So I'm just trying to think what else has happened. There's probably some bits and pieces we can talk about with transfers. I'm trying to think if there's anything on the Forest front though. Now you've put so much Middlesbrough time in. But
is there any more movement on the Lolly front?
No, not really.
Lolly for Lolly.
They'd
want big Lolly, wouldn't they? Big Wonga.
Yeah.
Big Spons.
Talk of freeing up from funds by, because you know, like Forest is owned by the guy who owns Forest. No, he went. He got a Greek guy. Fawaz is still trying to take us to court, I think.
Of course he is.
The Kuwaiti refrigeration magnet.
Because we all know what people in Kuwait need more.
You want it cold? I've got you covered.
Not only do they want refrigeration, they want air conditioning.
Yep. Central air.
But anyway, yeah, the guy who owns it also owns, I always get this wrong, Olympiacos.
Okay.
Not sure that that's really allowed. Absolutely. But we've had a couple of players. At the start of the season, I think I might have told you, we got one player, I forget which one it was, where we really wanted him. It was outside of the transfer window. So
cancelled his registration?
Cancelled him and made him a free agent, and then was like, oh, we'll pick him up at my other club that I own. Bit ropey.
Seriously, this is exactly how it works with Watford. So the Pozzo family own Watford, Udinese and Granada. So they own a club.
So they've got all three of the major leagues.
Italy and Spain. 3 of the major 4 leagues. They just need a team in Germany and they're set for life. The amount of players that were moved between those 3 clubs for questionable transfer fees was ridiculous.
Because we're Olympiacos, looking at Sudani.
Don't know who that is.
A player.
He's a player.
And Carvalho, probably going to be making fairly hefty transfers to Olympiacos in the summer.
Steve Gibson's there, just writing his strongly worded letter to the FA as we speak.
I don't know matter to the FA.
Yeah, he's not going to like those Midlands clubs.
I was going to say something. I'd completely forgotten.
But that's what I've got on the. That's what.
No, that was it. Have they announced the retained list, or has there been any players that have been let go that you were surprised about?
No, they did a list of all like academy and under 21 ones that I've never heard of.
What about Are you going back?
This is.
I've not heard any more on that.
There's rumours going on. Apparently, Sheffield United are interested in him. Like Bristol City are interested in him.
Can't be going on forever.
No, but the local paper, the Gazette in Middlesbrough, says that they always do like 2 or 3 articles on the borough each day on the website. And I think one of the ones from today was whoever the new manager is, his first job needs to be to convince Britt Assombalonga that his future lies with Middlesbrough. And yeah, I'd sort of agree with that. He's arguably our best striker.
I was going to say, is he your best man up top?
Fletcher's getting there. He obviously got more of a run of games towards the end of the season, and he was starting to look more like the player that we'd spent $7 million on.
And also, I suppose it won't take too much convincing that Pulis' style of football is not really going to make strikers shine.
We might not play the ball up long to you, Brit, so you're not fucked all the time. You might be able to actually.
From Forest, I don't think it was his game like lumping it up to him.
Right.
The way to play a bit like Lukaku at Everton.
The way to play with Britt Assombalonga is play it into his feet so that he can use his big ass to basically hold players off, turn in behind and shoot, or lay it off to the number 10, spin in behind, get the ball back, shoot. Obviously, as this guy will say, yeah, repeat that process about 8 more times and you'll score.
Yeah, he needs a few chances to do it.
I can't wait until next season when he scores home and away against him, and in every single game of the season.
No, we've signed a new right winger. I can't remember his name now.
Is it
to think?
Carvalho?
Does this mean Matty Cash is playing it right back full time?
Well, who doesn't love a right back who is higher up the pitch than any other player, including the strikers? Pretty much all game. That guy needs some positional sense. That's what Roy's there for. Just using Bobby Keane's old kit.
Enough of that. Do you want to talk about Maguire?
Not really.
Oh, right, okay.
If he goes, he goes. I mean,
Jerry Maguire.
Show me the
money. It's been a while, but yeah.
Apparently, because Leicester are fairly financially secure and don't need to get rid of him, it's going to take 80 to get him.
Not with 80 million, is income.
Which they're saying,
come on now.
Who's going to laugh more? You know, fans or Liverpool? When like, you have to pay 80 and we only have to pay 75 for the best defender in the world.
He's not even half the player Van Dijk is he? Let's be fair.
No, but he's still a good defender.
Did you see him in that? Right.
Yeah, alright.
That game on Thursday, he was towing a fucking caravan at one point. He was slow as fuck.
And you know he was only one of, was it 3 people to make the team for? There was only Pickford, Maguire, Sterling.
What, played both games?
That got to play in both games, I think.
Harry Maguire. Not for me.
No.
He's a good solid centre half, but he's not top formative.
They seem to be thinking that United and City are going to be going for it, bidding war.
The only reason
they were saying that Leicester don't need to sell, so they're going to be, you know what the price is.
But apparently they're sniffing around Maddison as well, aren't
they? Who?
Like the top clubs, like United were certainly linked with him.
I can see him at United.
Is it just basically a case of United now we're just going, right, we buy young, we buy British. That's all. That's their entire
That's
philosophy.
what people have been saying, because they're going. They seem to be going big on Maguire, and he's 26, but I mean he's still.
Yeah, he's young enough.
Still all right, yeah.
But he's one of the ones like so. I remember when he was playing at Sheffield United. Sheffield United must have played a midweek game against Pools, and he must have been playing like this. Must have been when he was like 19 or 20 or something like that. And it might have even been when he was playing in central midfield. And my dad just came up and just said, Jesus Christ, Harry Maguire, unit. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, he's just playing tonight for them. He's only like 18 or 19 or something, but he's fucking massive. And he was always a big lad when he was like one of those. I think he's just one of those guys who probably got in every single team at football when he was at school because he was probably like a 14-year-old, but he was in a man's body. So he was probably like 2 foot taller than the rest of his like classmates and mates. They just had him playing up top in every team because he'd just basically be able to out jump people and anything. So
and he still does that now, doesn't he?
Yeah, Slabhead, isn't he?
But yeah,
that's his nickname, Slabhead.
They've been saying that Man City and Man United might go into a bidding war, and United should be careful because they're more desperate for players. You say, look at City. City haven't actually spent ridiculous sums on their players. Guardiola, he is controlled.
If anything, City should just basically go right. Let's keep them like up in the price.
Yeah.
And then we'll drop out, and we'll make them pay ridiculously over the odds for a guy who's not even worth that much money.
But they were saying, like United will probably go up to 80 because they need to.
If Man United pay 80 million for Harry Maguire, that might be the end for me.
Which is more ridiculous?
That might be where I just go.
80 million for Harry Maguire.
Football kind of lost a little bit.
80 million for Harry Maguire or 60 million for Wan-Bissaka.
I mean, this
already had 40 turned down.
This is unreal,
right? And
I know he's a good defender.
He's had literally just over a season in the first team. He got in at the end of the previous
season. Yeah. I mean,
and at the end of the previous season, I think he was a winger.
He was definitely a winger.
They've moved him back into fullback.
I mean, yeah.
He's really young though. So I mean, what they're saying is, if it works out,
yeah, he's good, but I mean, no, just no.
But they've already bought, what's his name, James?
David James. Dan James. Yeah. Dan James, not David James, he's a fucking goalkeeper. Dan James from Swansea. I bet Leeds are well happy with that. Because he was supposed to go to them in January, wasn't he? And then they pulled the plug last minute. It was like...
but yeah, no, I think they are chasing young British.
Yeah, that seems to be the MO, doesn't it? But time will tell. And all these at the wheel, isn't he? So,
a British football team with British players.
It's weird, isn't it?
Who'd have thought it?
Never catch on.
It won't.
So that's that. I don't know if there's anything else planned around transfer-wise. Obviously,
Hazard's gone to Real Madrid.
Bit of a snip, really, that one.
It's the highest fee they've ever played for a player.
Only just though, and that's like when did Bale go?
Just over the amount they paid for Bale 6 years ago.
And Bale was they only made that transfer fee to make it a new record to just eclipse that Ronaldo one, didn't they?
Well, no, there was loads of rumours doing the rounds at the time. It was like apparently they agreed to pay a set fee so that when you took inflation into account, Ronaldo's would still be technically higher.
What is this in Ronaldo's contract?
This was so that he didn't get annoyed and stuff and spit his dummy out, which wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. But he's not there anymore, so
a lot of money though. But he's up there as one of the world's best. They've not bought someone with potential.
He's someone who you could argue that he is worth that money because one, he's a fantastic player. And two, they'll make the majority of the money back in shirt sales. So, it's a good bit of business for them. They obviously do need a creative influence.
They've been going big, haven't they? They're literally just going, we need to...
Well, they've already signed a striker from Germany, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. And I think that was like 60 million.
They've spent money on going out.
They always seem to be buying all these young Brazilian players that just seem to come in like every sort of 6 months or so.
Yeah. Well, it works out every now and then. Like when they got Marcelo from nowhere.
Yeah, true.
I think I read somewhere that like it's like a statement of intent when they've not done well in the league for a while, but it's like won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, got knocked out of the Champions League. We've gone out and spent like 200 million. We want to be winning it next year.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it goes. Big business, isn't it?
But that's why I can't think there's been much action in the Premier League yet.
I don't think so. I can't think of a big name that's moved yet, to be honest with you, into the Premier League. No.
Seems to be a few people fighting over De Ligt, right?
I think Chelsea are probably going to wait, aren't they, to do their business? They can't. Of course they can't.
Fucked.
I was going to say I thought Chelsea would wait until they've got the management sorted out. It's weird, isn't it? Because they've got a transfer ban, but like, it's a case of like, well, if they've got a transfer ban, can they actually actively get rid of their manager? Because technically that would be bringing a new person into the club.
Not having to spend a transfer fee, though, are they?
Well, I suppose. Because does that mean they can sign free agents then?
I don't know. All they need to do is just recall one of the 80 loanees they've got around the world.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're basically just going to sort of use like.
I mean, you bring Abram in.
Well, they're going to have to use Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, whatever the other guy that was at Chelsea, that was at Derby last season. I can't think. It's not Harry Wilson.
Tomori. Is he a Chelsea?
Famori. Was it Famori?
Tomori, isn't it?
Oh, Fico Tomori, sorry. Yeah.
Is he Chelsea?
I think he was Chelsea as well.
But yeah, Wilson's Liverpool, isn't he?
Yeah. So I think there's just all this, like, the idea is that, one, Derby will be fucked for next season because all of their good players have just gone back.
All of your loans are going away.
But Frank don't care, does he? Because he ain't going to fucking be there.
Yeah, he will be.
You have to fucking choose it, mate. So there you go. And there's no predictions to do for next week because
there are no predictions.
Literally no games apart from the Women's World Cup, which has been actually quite good so far.
They were laughing about that game I linked you to last night.
The USA women played the Thailand women last night, and it was a little bit one-sided. Just the 13-0 win.
10 at half time. I was like, at what point do you just like, get like 5-0 up and just think, out of respect, we're just going to knock it around here?
Well, I remember.
No, but they've all been laughing, and the woman who reports it on like Fox News, have you heard that interview with her?
No.
She was like, this is a game. We play to the whistle. The game of football demands you play to the whistle. Like, super taking it serious.
Wow. Oh dear.
This is what it was something like. This is what America does, or something like that. Like,
fuck the little guy. Not on.
No? Incidentally,
not on.
Back to men's football. See Germany's result last night.
8-0 against Estonia. Striker.
See, France lost the other day as well, didn't they? In their first qualifier of the weekend.
Yeah. Not good.
I think that's it. That was the pick of the football results that I
Is it
think
Quijibo time?
It's the last dance, gentlemen.
Last Quijibo.
Is that it? Have we got nothing else to talk about? Is the season just...
Season's over, man.
Gone and forgotten?
Little tear rolls down my cheek.
Well then, let us find out, gentlemen, how well you know or remember Champions League 2018-2019. How well do you remember this season?
I tried to do this last week, didn't I? But
well, did we not do this one?
No, this was the second quiz, and I don't think Ed was up for it.
Oh, sorry, yeah, because this is the quiz from the week 10th of June onwards.
We're commencing.
Anyway, Andrew,
the
please.
quiz had gone. Okay, so usual rules. So obviously, take your opportunity to get the last quiz in. Play at home. If you post a winning score, let us know. Oh, look at it! Look at all those names that I can't pronounce.
Bit chesty.
Massive knocks. There are 12 questions, James.
Twelve.
Just before we start writing, leaving big gaps and Oh, no, I've only written 6 numbers down.
I can leave a big gap for 12. It's fine.
Question 1. 7 players scored a Champions League hat-trick this season. Which one of these players did not?
Alright, okay.
Oh dear.
Okay, here we go, kids. Eden
Hazard.
No.
Ooh.
He wasn't even in the
He
Champions League.
wasn't in the Champions League.
Dzeko.
Edin Dzeko.
Dzeko.
Paulo Dybala.
Paulo Dybala.
Kylian
Mbappe.
Mbappe. I knew that one.
Mbappe.
Or Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel.
Well, in
Jesus.
fairness, Kylian Mbappe, whenever you see him, it's Mbappe Lebon or something like that.
Yeah. Give us him again.
Double L.
Dzeko. Was it 5 or was it 4?
4.
Mbappe, Dzeko,
Dybala,
and
Jesus.
Or Jesus. Andy O'Neill. Excuse me.
Question number 2. Why was Ronaldo sent off on his Juventus Champions League debut? Was it diving while trying to win a penalty? Foul and abusive language towards the referee? Pulling an opponent's hair? A dangerous two-footed lunge?
Okay.
Tree. Georgie Carnats. Crynats.
What?
Yep.
Don't know who that is.
Covered less distance than any player in the Champions League this season. 39 metres. Why?
Right.
He was injured taking the kick-off and had to be replaced.
Amazing.
He came on deep into injury time for one game and didn't get a touch. He played for 10 minutes but did not leave the centre circle. He was a full-back but the ball never came near him.
I mean, that's surely got to be the only logical answer.
Right. Amazing. Right, this is in quotation marks. Our first half was the best we have played in the last 3 seasons since I've been here, said Pep
Guardiola.
Yeah, after a Champions League game. Who were Manchester City's opponents?
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Shakhtar.
Donetsk.
Yeah. Lyon, Schalke, Hoffenheim. Who did Jadon Sancho score his first Champions League goal against?
Jadon.
Oh yeah?
Jadon Sancho.
It is, you're right.
Fucking hell.
Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, Club Bruges. He has yet to score a Champions League goal.
Who's the second one?
Atletico.
Right. So Spurs, Atletico, Bruges, or none.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Question 6. Which Bayern Munich player was sent off for his kick on Nicolas Tagliafico's head?
Tagliafico. What was the team? Which?
Bayern Munich player. Robert Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
Of course it is.
Harvey Martinez. Niklas Sewell. Yeah. Thomas Muller. It's a right kick, is that?
Has it got a video of it?
It's got a picture. I mean... Yeah.
I don't hope it's... Oh, did it show you the picture when you make the selection?
No, the picture has got a big...
A leg.
A big circle.
Oh.
And then you get the picture when you make a selection.
I see.
We're off to a cracker. I got that one right. Who scored the injury time goal which sent Man United into the knockout stages? Was it Luke Shaw, Marouane Fellaini, Paul Pogba, Ashley Young?
I keep forgetting he's not there anymore.
Marwan?
Yeah.
He's living up in China.
He is, isn't he? And he's not even got his big mental hair.
I know, but
Question...
come on, he's going to be like 2 feet bigger than everyone else.
Question 8. How many times were Spurs within 20 minutes of being knocked out?
Fucking 17? I don't know.
What?
Can't be 17, that's not one of your options. 2, 3, 4 or 5? Oh yeah. What a winner here. Oh, Jesus, mother.
Jesus, motherfucker.
Right, question 9. Jorginho...
Wijnaldum?
Oh, yeah. Scored twice for Liverpool in their 4-0 win over Barcelona. Who did he replace at half-time?
Fucking ball sacks.
You'll get it as soon as the options come up.
Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Daniel Sturridge, Joel Matip.
I told you get it as soon as the options come out.
Did you remember it, like?
No. But I know it now.
Question 10. Which month did Ajax Champions League campaign start?
Oh, this is funny. Because, have you seen that Van der Sar's been kicking off yesterday about this as well?
Mm-hmm.
June, July, August, September.
There's a couple of different ones here.
Yeah, he's looking at all answers.
Well, you're not exactly making it hard for me, are you?
Question 11.
Not in that way. Anyway.
Which one of these stats was not true about Renato Sanchez's goal for Bayern Munich at Benfica in September? Did we get that?
Yeah, just about.
It was his first club goal since leaving Benfica in 2016. He got a standing ovation from home fans after scoring against them. It was his first game since playing for Swansea in January. It was his Bayern Munich debut over 2 years after joining them. Oh yeah. Got it right. And your 12th and final. Four players are joint third top scorer this season with 6 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo is 1. Who are the other 3?
Joint third top goal scorer.
Fuck me.
Dusan Tadic, Musa
Dembele.
Marega,
Who?
I'm very confused. Is A, B, C, and D all 3 players?
Yeah, so it's the other 3. And Sergio Aguero is your first option.
Uh-huh.
And these all scored 6?
Yes.
Right.
Dusan Tadic, Gabriel Jesus, Edin...
Dzeko?
Yeah, DZ...
Yeah, DZEKO.
Is your second option. Son Heung-min. Who?
Go on, my son.
Roberto Firmino and Gabriel Jesus is your third option. Dusan Tadic, Mausa Marega.
I don't know who this guy is.
That guy from the first one. Rafael Guerrero. Guerrero?
Guerrero?
Yeah, maybe.
He'd get Guerrero because of Eddie Guerrero.
It's not different. I think it's like Guerrero.
Yeah, it's very...
Guerrero.
There's a lot of E's and R's.
He's really been pushing Tadic in this, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he got mentioned on
3 of the 4.
3 of the 4.
Right. Oh Lord.
Oh, sweet Lord.
So, gentlemen, your score to beat
I'm going to go with that one, but I've been swayed by Tadic.
is a whopping 3 out of 12. Apparently that is disappointing, and I've made as much impact as Georgie Kreinat did against Real Madrid.
Is this the guy you came on injury time and didn't play enough for?
So,
Do you know that?
No, that's what my answer.
I remember the kick-off.
He didn't do the kick-off. Amazing. Right, so A, number 1. Sorry.
7 players scored Champions League hat-trick this season. Which of these players did not?
Dybala.
That's not A.
I didn't say
What have you got?
Mbappe.
Put yourself a little point down there.
Fuck's sake.
What, me?
Yeah.
I thought he was pointing at him.
Why was Ronaldo sent off?
Diving to win a penalty?
I went with that. So you know it's wrong.
I went with B, the foul and abusive language.
No, but I already know what it is. It is pulling an opponent's hair.
Do you know what? That had literally been my last option.
Ronaldo appeared to pull Valencia defender Jason Murillo's hair and was shown a straight red card.
Right. You've got 2 out of 2 rock.
Georgie Kreinat covered less distance than any player in the Champions League this season. 39 metres. Why? Go.
Because I think he got injured kicking off.
This is bullshit. Oh no, you don't win that topic. I don't think he was a very, very late injury time substitute.
I think that is the right answer, which it is.
Right.
Because he is a goalkeeper. And the CSKA Moscow keeper
Igor Akinfeev
came on against Real Madrid after Igor Akinfeev's red card. He was only on the pitch for seconds, but kept a clean sheet.
Of course he fucking did.
Only professional appearance. Brilliant. In quotes, our first half was the best we have played in the last 3 seasons since I've been here, said Pepe Guedi after a Champions League game. Who were Manchester City's opponents?
Is that who they drew against? Because he said it when they didn't win.
I can't remember. I went with Shakhtar.
I went with Hoffenheim.
I believe it's Shakhtar.
Yeah. I remember him saying it, and it's the team that they didn't actually beat, and he was like, we've played really well.
Who did Jadon Sancho score his first Champions League goal against?
Atletico.
Bruges.
Atletico.
Oh yeah.
His one and only Champions League goal to date was in Borussia Dortmund's 4-0 win.
Boy.
Which Bayern Munich player was sent off for this kick? For this kick on Nicolas Tagliafico's head.
Thomas Muller.
Javi Martinez.
It's off by now. Thomas Muller was unsurprisingly sent off for his foul and banned for both legs of their game against Liverpool.
Got it in his locker, hasn't he?
Who scored the injury time goal which sent Man United into the knockout stages?
It is right, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it is. Fellaini.
I've also got Fellaini. I think it's the first time we've agreed on an answer since the start of the quiz.
Fellaini scored the only goal against the Young Boys to put United into the last 16.
Boys.
How many times were Spurs within 20 minutes of being knocked out?
I was debating between 5 and 4.
So I went with the semi-final, the quarter-final, and the last group stage game.
I was including the final as well.
No, you can't get knocked out in the final.
Yeah, I've gone for 5 anyway because I thought they might have had it in the in all of knockout rounds.
It's off point down, James.
5.
Correct, it was 5 times. PSV 12 minutes, Inter Milan 10 minutes, Barcelona 5 minutes, Man City 17 minutes, Ajax 1 minute.
See, this is bullshit.
No, it's not including Liverpool.
No, it's bullshit. Because...
You've gone the second class group game as well then?
No. I don't think that was the second last group game. Did they not play PSV as their 2 games in the middle? I don't think they could have been eliminated at that point, but...
No. Was there 2 games in the middle not?
Because didn't they play...
Inter was definitely the last game, right?
No.
Was it not?
Barca was the last game, wasn't it?
In the group stage?
I think so.
They didn't play Barca in the group.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't they play Inter, PSV and Dortmund in the group?
There's not a league champion in there.
I don't know that.
I could have sworn their group was Barca.
Was it?
Yeah, because they got a draw in the...
I don't know. I've obviously
Nou
just
Camp.
looking there.
You fucking knobhead.
You ain't even close.
You fucking shit, eh? You what, mate?
Question 9, Jorginho
Wijnaldum.
scored twice for Liverpool in their 4-0 win over Barcelona. Who did he replace at half time?
Andy Robertson.
Correct.
Incidentally, got injured in the warm-up last yesterday.
Was
Yesterday,
I think. Apparently, possibly had to start the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
What month did
dear.
Ajax's Champions League campaign start?
August.
Julie.
I already know the answer to this one.
Fuck it!
25th of July.
Oh, that's almost August anyway.
It is, but it isn't. Which one of these stats was not true about
Renato Sanchez's
goal?
Did you know this?
For Bayern Munich at Benfica in September.
Which one wasn't true?
Yeah. I've gone that it can't be his debut, right?
That's what I've also gone for.
Yeah.
And one of the few ones that I also went for. It was not his Bayern Munich debut.
Yeah.
He made 26 appearances in 2016, 2017. Yeah. All the other facts are true.
I like the fact that you got a standing ovation.
So, did you get the teams? 4 players are joint.
So how many have you got so far?
Third.
I don't know what to tell you.
Top scorer this season was 6 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo is 1. Who are the other?
See,
Oh
this
my
is
god,
a,
1, 2,
this is a
3,
bizarre
4, 5,
question
6,
to
7.
me.
I need this to tie.
This is a bizarre question for me because you gave us who was top, but you didn't say who was second. I thought it was just a weird question.
You didn't give us who's top.
He did. He said Ronaldo was top.
Nope.
No.
Ronaldo was third,
Oh, as
along with another 3
right,
players.
yeah, right, okay, yeah. That's
We're off to a great start.
That's why I'm hoping I'm right.
Who have you gone with?
I've gone with B, which I believe was the one that was Tadic. Not that Morego guy I've never heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
Tadic,
Check.
Jesus, and someone else. I forget who.
And then Jasenko.
Dzeko, yeah. I was convinced they were really pushing Tadic, so I had to pick one of them. He has not gone with that method. That if Tadic hadn't been the other three, I'd have picked that one if it sounds right.
Worst thing is, I've picked C.
You've gone for
because it's the only one that had Tadic in it. And now I come to think about it, when he scored against Spurs, I'm pretty sure it flashed up that was his 6th of the season. I was like, fuck.
I went with that one on the principle that it's the only one that didn't have him in, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
No.
So, you've gone with B.
B. Tadic, Dzeko, because honestly, the reason why I picked it is I've never heard this Maregi guy. Or whatever
So, you are also wrong.
It doesn't matter, because as long as he's wrong, I've won.
God damn it.
I believe it's actually the first option.
So
Tadic, Marego and Aguero.
So, Tadic, Marega and Aguero each scored 6 goals.
they're not the only one that scored 6.
Well, the new score to beat is 10.
Do you know what? This does not bode well for tomorrow. And you got 6 on 12.
James.
7.
7. Good lad. Good lad. Close the season strong.
I pulled together a run of 6 correct answers.
Good lad.
Good on you, James.
Well, strangely, that's one of the few quizzes though where there wasn't very many questions we both agreed on there.
No?
I mean, maybe that's the same case every week. It's just that he's got the right ones and I've got the wrong ones.
Is it where else, was it?
I thought you pulled it back after.
So have you got anything to say to the lovely people?
Not really,
It's been emotional.
Well, just thank you for sticking with the podcast for this long.
Pod.
Sorry, sticking with the pod.
I can't call it a
This
pod
long?
now.
You know.
Alright.
It's what all the cool people
Well,
say.
I don't want to speak for him, but I've had fun doing this. It's been
It's been good.
laugh.
I mean, from a numbers perspective, it's been consistently a heavy hitting podcast.
It's all down to you guys,
So,
especially you, Stu.
there's that side of it.
We know you listen.
Just for Stu, so I just.
Pretty sure we're plenty covered.
That's enough.
A little river dance for Stu. Excellent.
There we go.
Well, enjoy your 5-week break or 6-week break, whatever it is, people.
Unlike Van der Sar and Ajax, we will not be back in July.
We will be back in July.
Oh shit, we will, yeah.
We very much will be back in July
Oh,
for the beginning of the new season. Bookended by, well, not bookended, just starting with a pre-season friendly
when are fixtures out?
Gonna be nothing.
next week.
So we'll have to plan our trips.
Technically, we're saying this is the last one. We could do
A little plan.
fixture
planning.
release. Ooh, what would we do if it's Borough Forest first game or
Incredible.
Forest Borough first game? Oh, that'd be nice.
Absolutely go to it.
Fucking carnage.
I kind of hope the games.
Tinnies.
I just hope that the Forest Borough game is not a night game, because that's going to be painful to get to back and back from.
Yeah.
At least Borough would be able to go and come back, I would imagine.
Yes, but we'd have to drive it because the
Yeah.
trains back are a
Right.
nightmare.
Well, we'll have to take the hit.
Yeah. So hopefully,
We are sitting in the way fan
hopefully,
end. So you're going to have to drive to Borough,
Hopefully-
and I'm going to have to drive to Forest.
fingers crossed, touch wood, it's a Saturday for both
Yeah.
games.
Although it didn't go so well.
And-
going back from Nottingham last time.
And I think we need to be hitting up the away trips for Barnsley. So we should be getting tickets to go see Forest versus Barnsley versus Forest, and Barnsley versus Borough. Getting the away end with the hardcore
The Dingles?
few chants.
Oh no, you mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
because I've been to Barnsley a couple of times.
I've
I
never
don't
been to
know
Oakwell.
if you came to us to Barnsley. I don't think you did actually.
Barnsley?
No. We went to Barnsley once for the FA Cup And we went to a pub which says no away supporters. So I was like, no one say anything. Just stay quiet, drink your pint, and then we'll go. Right, bear in mind this was in January, and it was sweltering in that pub. I was like, I think seriously, Gotti never turned to me at one point. I'm like, are you sweating? I was like, shh, I can't see my top.
Wait,
but I'm dying a little bit. It's very warm. But yeah, Barnes is alright. It's not too hard to get to. It's only half an hour in the car.
I've never been. That'd be a good one.
It's fine. If we're going like,
what about
if we're going boozing, we'd need to go on the train, obviously.
What about
But
a little trip to Huddersfield?
Yeah, I'd be up for going to Huddersfield. I've been there a couple of times. Was there when Grant Ledbetter smashed in an absolute fucking beauty. So I was right behind it as well, and it just sort of went in the top corner. It was like, whoa, hey, there it is.
Who were the other promoter clubs?
The promoted clubs were Charlton,
Barnsley, and Luton.
Luton. We're not going to Luton.
Yeah.
And the team that came down was Huddersfield, Cardiff, not a chance, and Fulham. What else could we do?
Well, I think we said we'd go to Hull game. Hull. I think we said we'd go to Hull at some stage.
I imagine we'll try and get Hull involved if we can, and then we'll see if we can get Matt to come as well. And we'll all just either pile in the Hull end or we'll all pile in the Forest end, depending on what goes down.
And I might be going to see a little bit more Premier
League football, yeah, of course. But you won't have as many midweek games to go to. Not that you went to any
Never
anyway.
went to midweek because I only ever went to Saturdays.
Oh, we should. I was going to say we should try and get the Norwich games involved because we'll get Sam involved, but definitely not playing them next season. So
I'll tell you one that we can go to, and it could be a night game. Little away trip to Hillsborough.
Oh yeah, Wednesday. I've been to Hillsborough.
Easy enough to get between Sheffield and York.
Yeah, I've been to Hillsborough before. What we should do is we should go to Nottingham again on the train, and we'll work out the best train times to come back. Yeah. So we're not just piling onto a train in Nottingham at like 9:30 when it's like, oh shit, we should have been in Derby at this point.
Oh, there's another one. A good Derby. Absolutely zero chance of getting a Forest Derby game.
Yeah, no chance.
But could go and see Borough at Derby if you really wanted. And then we'd actually be supporting the same team.
Not done Pride Park yet, so that'd be a good one to tick off. Sadly, no chance of a trip to the New York Aseel Stadium. As they got binned off, didn't they? What else could we do?
Rotherham Donny would be a big game though.
Yeah. What's on the border of like sort of close? Just trying to think about.
I was going to say it wouldn't be that hard to go to Bolton, but they won't be there.
Could do Blackburn, Preston.
You come into one of these?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if we're going to see Bristol and stay with his family.
Bristol City, obviously.
Bristol City, wow. Let's do this.
Oh dear. Might see if I can convince Amy to do a little Birmingham trip. She might be able to see some old family friends. Or family, if they're still there. Or West Brom. To be fair, we could just do a London game. If we plan it enough in advance. Because you can get the tickets for like you can get the tickets for like 17 quid if you book it far enough in advance as well. So. Fulham! Or Charlton! Or Millwall! Not a fucking chance.
I think it would be an experience.
No, it would not be an experience. It would be an experience that would end up with my smile being about this much wider. Which I have no desire to have.
I think it would be fun.
No.
What about Reading?
Yeah, Reading is fine. I've been to that stadium about 3 or 4 times, so I know how to get there. I don't know how many of my mates still live in Reading, actually. We always threatened, didn't we? We always threatened to have a trip to Reading.
Mm.
But it never really came to fruition.
It did not. Well, we were supposed to be going.
Were you put off by getting run over by a bus?
No.
Because you just get up.
Because trust me, we will not be going to that pub.
No. Okay.
Right.
There
I
we go.
think
That's definitely at this time.
that is absolutely everything. So thank you once again for sticking with us through all the ups and the downs, the TP and the not TP.
Are you going to go back to football tops?
I might do.
For the start of the season.
I'm
I'm
down.
going to go for a...
Are you going to buy a Forest shirt?
Yeah, I'll get the new one this year.
Alright, I'll do you a deal. I'll buy the new Borough shirt. You buy the new Forest shirt.
And then at the end of each podcast, you'll swap shirts.
Yeah.
And then the next week.
That's what everyone wants to see. My naked torso.
Well, that could be the bet on the predictions for the whole season. Lose your shirt at the end of the year.
As in, you just get my Borough shirt. Or I'd get your Forest shirt.
Yeah.
Both losers there. He gets a shirt he doesn't want. I get a shirt I absolutely have no desire to have. Pointless. Anyway, let's stop beating around the bush and let's call it a day. Thank you very much once and all. Once and all. Au revoir. Goodbye.
So a quick 30-minute podcast, right?
Oh yeah, big time. As always.
Shouldn't take long.
We haven't even got that much to cover.
Yeah, well, you know, when you start talking, don't you?
So there we go. What do you think to that? Another one in the bag. The last one in the bag, to be fair. So that was it. Nice one for James to win the last quiz of the season. Well done, James. Unfortunately, not enough to pull back the season. So that's it. Football season done. Starts again in a few weeks, so I'm sure we'll be back with that. YouTube watchers, make sure you're YouTube subscribers. Everybody needs to jump over to cookiecast.com. Show us some love over there. Send us all your messages and things. So yeah, that's it for now. You Can't See the Forest for the Tees has shut its door for the last time. Join us next week for more exciting podcasts, and until then, I'll say goodbye.